Welcome to Azzadous Studios. In this video, I'm going to show you how to process vocals, specifically female vocals. I'm going to be making another video on male rap vocals, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when I upload that video. Okay, so I've got a tune that I've been working on recently.
You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is EQ the low end out. We don't want to EQ too much of the low end out because it will take a lot of the character away from the vocal. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of information in the low mids, which we do want to keep most of that. So I'm just going to use a slope of about 12 dB.
I'm sorry, that's the way. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
I'm just going to A-B it a couple of times just to see what it sounds like, see what we're cutting out.
You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. You won't go fooling me.
Okay. It's sounding nice about there. So next up, what I'm going to do is add some compression. At this stage, I'll usually add two compressors, starting with the Waves R compressor and then adding an R-Vox on top of that. I'll usually leave the R compressor quite stock. The attack and release I will leave as is. It's very rare that I change them because it does sound great out of the box. What I'll do is set the ratio to about 2.83 that'll do. And just bring the threshold down. Just so I'm getting a nice little bit of gain reduction, maybe between 2 and 3 dB, just to level the vocal out a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is stick an R-Vox on there. I'm just going to bring the compressor down a little bit, so we're getting about 5 to 6 dB of gain reduction.
I'm sorry, that's the way it is, yeah. I'll let you get to me once now, baby.
So next I'm going to add a slap delay. For me, this is one of the most important parts of vocal processing. It adds so much more extra character to the sound. So I'm just going to use a H delay. And I'm going to load up the basic slap delay preset. And I'm just going to bring the dry wet down. We want most of the original sound coming through. We just want that extra little effect on top. So now what I'm going to do is create two return tracks, one for another delay and one for reverb. So first of all, what I'm going to do on the delay return track is add a CLA76 compressor. I'm going to bring the send all the way up on the vocal channel to the box delay. I'm going to bring the release all the way up on this compressor.
I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
I'm just soloing out the delay return track.
I'll let you get to me once now, baby.
So I'm being quite harsh with this compression. I want to flatten the sound out quite a lot, just so I've got a nice solid sound going through to the delay return track. So now what I'm going to do is add another H delay, and I'm just going to use another preset again. We may tweak it, we may not, we'll see how it sounds. So I'm going to go for the wide delay preset, and I'm going to leave the wet all the way up. So I've bring the delay return track volume down. What we're going to do now is add a compressor, a Live 8 compressor. So I'm just going to set this up, the sidechain from vocals. The look ahead on 10, the ratio about 3. I'm just going to bring the threshold down and play with it until it sounds nice. So I just want the delay pumping back in when the vocals have a break.
You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, yeah. I'll let you get to me once now, baby, but I'll never let you win again.
And then what I'm going to do is add an EQ to the delay return track. quite a harsh slope on this low cut. I'm going to cut the highs as well. Just want to clean it up a little bit. Okay, so next up the reverb track. And I'm doing the same again with the CLA 76. Release all the way up. The send all the way up.
You won't go full.
And I just want to level the signal out.
Baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. Yeah.
So now I'm adding a Arts Acoustic reverb, and I'm just going to have a look for a preset in the factory settings. We'll go for vocals, and let's try female pop voice.
You won't go fooling me twice.
So I'm just going to tweak this a little bit. So I want the wet on 0 dB and the dry all the way down, because this is just the wet channel that we're working with.
You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way.
I'm going to bring the decay up a little bit.
I'll let you get to me once now,
Give us a much bigger reverb.
but I'll never let you win again.
The low cut I'm going to bring up a little bit too.
Fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
And I'm just going to have a little play with these ratios. I like to bring my high ratio up a little bit. And I think I'm going to bring the low ratio down just a touch. And as before, what I'm going to do is add another Live 8 compressor for some more sidechain. I'm going to do the same as we did on the delay return track. Sidechain from the Vox. Put the ratio up to about 3. The look ahead on 10 milliseconds. And just bring the threshold down to get it to duck out of the way of the clean channel. I'm just going to increase the release a little bit to get a bit of a smoother transition. I'm going to try this FF2 mode. And then what I'm going to do is add another EQ. So I'm just going to try and change the character of the sound coming from the reverb a little bit to separate it from the original vocal track. So I'm going to boost the highs quite a bit. And what I'm doing is boosting them more than I would, just to see what it sounds like, and then I'm going to bring that back down. And I'm also cutting around the 1K region, because in the actual vocal, that's where there's quite a lot of the information is, so I don't want it to clash with the reverb track. Okay, and finally what I'm going to do is add an EQ to the dry signal. So I'm going to cut the lows again, 24 dB slope. Not too high, probably around there sounds nice. So here what I'm doing is boosting around the 1K mark that we cut out of the reverb track. And then I'm basically just sculpting the sound a little bit, giving it a bit more character. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope this video on vocal processing was helpful. If you'd like to see more, including how to process male rap vocals, remember to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified. Like and share, drop a comment below, and I'll see you next time.